Hello, it's time. It is time. It is time to get going on today's book launch like a boss masterclass. So I'm going to wait for Megan to get on here. And then Megan is going to share this with the All Writers Welcome group and the book launch like a boss group. So this is Ella from All Writers Welcome Facebook group and the All Writers Welcome page and allwriterswelcome.com. Yeah, we've got a theme going on here, All Writers Welcome. And Megan, if you just let me know when you share those, that'll be awesome. So Megan is my partner in creating. I like saying it's like partner in crime, but so much more positive and happy. Like partner in creating, yes. And she is going to be noting down any questions that you guys have during this broadcast. Feels very official saying broadcast. Any questions that that you have, Megan is going to copy them, and then after the course, after we do this live, we'll shut it down and give you all this training, and then we'll go into the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group, and I'll answer all those questions that you had live. So that's the way it's going to go. I'm going to give you like a ton of information here, and you're going to be like, whoa, my brain. And then any questions that you have, Megan will jot down, and then I'll answer them after this training in the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group. Sorry, I got a hair. And Megan just put the, Megan is there as All Writers Welcome, and she just put the Q&A. She just put the link to the Book Launch Like a Boss group in the chat. So if you haven't joined that, go ahead and join it now. We'll get you entered in, and then when you have those questions, we'll get those answered for you. Okay. So can everybody hear me? Is the sound working? Can you guys give me like a, yes, I can hear you, or a hallelujah? Amen, sister. Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm looking. Somebody say, okay. Thank you, Danny. Loud and clear. I think, there's like a slight delay, probably typing delay. Thank you. Okay. So you guys, I'm gonna get started because Megan shared it. You guys are here. Happy to have you here. Yay, Lori and Tracy, Dr. Chastity Adams. So glad to have you guys here. Awesome. So excited. Okay, we're going to start about, we're going to talk about getting book reviews, okay? Important, right, Shauna? Yep. I love you, Shauna. Okay, so go ahead and tell me what your genre is, you guys. Go ahead and say it loud and proud. My genre is, if it were me, you guys pretty well know, it'd be dragons. Is dragons a genre? Is dragons a genre? Yeah, let me know what your genre is. And while you share that with me, I'm going to say, no matter what you write, okay, no matter what your genre is, hi, April, nonfiction, self-help, hey, that's a great genre, because actually I have written one of those. So me and you, Dr. Chastity. Ooh, historical freaking fiction. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is so great. Erotic romance, Shauna. No, dragons is not a genre. Okay, awesome. Tracy, I'm laughing at, how did you get freaking in there? I liked it with the freaking. Okay, so no matter what genre you write, you guys, if you're going to launch your book like a boss, you need to have a good amount, like a bunch of 5-star reviews. Like you really want to have that. I think you need like 25 to get into the also bots. So, but regardless, it's like, yeah, you want to have some 5-star reviews because that's what gets you more purchases. Okay. So getting people to review your book is one of the things that can make or break your launch. It's the difference between having like regular and constant sales of your book each month, or kind of drifting into Amazon oblivion. Like, boo, I published my book and then it disappeared, so fortunately for you, there are strategies for getting reviews, and you can put them into place before your book is even published. So that's what we're going to talk about here. Okay. So, this is something we're going to do in depth in the Book Launch Like a Boss bootcamp, where we'll walk you through how to use these strategies step by step. So it's not just going to be like me talking at you, but it's going to be like we sit down. We're calling them strategy plus action sessions. So they're like sassy sessions, where you get the strategy, then you take the action. So that's what we're going to do in the Book Launch Like a Boss bootcamp. But for now, you are going to get all this information so you know exactly what you need right now to get good reviews on Amazon. Okay, so who here has already published a book and not gotten the response that you were hoping for? Okay, let me know. Who here has been like, I put a book out and then I didn't get as many reviews as I wanted, or it didn't go how I wanted. Hi, Karen. Oh, me. Oh, you guys. Me too. Me too. I know it can be so discouraging when you put your heart into something and you're like, this is my baby. Here, love it. Treat it well. And then you don't, and then it's like, oh no. It's terrible. So it looks like you guys are not alone. There's a few people here that are having similar experiences where it's like, oh, it didn't go the way I hoped. So we're going to fix that. We're going to tell you everything you need to know. So today we're going to talk about, I'm giving you 3 different strategies for getting Amazon reviews for your book. Okay. So like strategies that you can put into place right now, or when your book is done, put into place, you can put them into place now and then get the reviews when your book comes out. So quick note, I just want to overview note, you want to get the right people to leave reviews. So, there's a lot of questions like, do you want to have friends and family leave reviews? And no, you don't. In fact, they're not even allowed to if you look at the Amazon rules, and we'll get to those later a little bit. But yeah, you don't want your friends and family. Who you want to leave reviews are people who read in your genre, because Amazon has these algorithms, right? And so they're noticing, like, if you have a friend or a family who all they read, they buy a lot of kids books, and then they buy your one book, they're going to be like, this is not like a legitimate certified, like they're not going to give that person's review as much oomph as they'll give somebody a stranger who reads your book and loves it and doesn't know you personally. So don't go ask your friends and family for reviews. You want to get it from your ideal readers. So here's the 3 strategies I'm going to give you with that caveat in mind, okay? You're going to learn how to request a review at the end of your book. You're going to learn how to get ARC readers, so advanced review copy readers. And then you're going to learn how to find and contact top reviewers on Amazon to review your book. So does that sound good to you guys? Are you like, yeah, those 3 strategies, awesome. Give me a thumbs up or an emoji or a hell yeah if you are ready to deep dive in. Let me know. And while I'm looking for your heck yeah, let me know. While you're giving me those, I will let you know that, again, reminder for the people who just showed up, any questions that you have that you want me to answer, put them in the comments. Megan is copying them, and I will answer them after this training is completed in the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group. So join that group if you haven't already, and that's where I will answer your questions. Karen says, hell yeah. Anne says, yes. Heck yeah. April, love ya. Austin's like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hella yeah. You're so from California. Tracy says, yep, 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 yep. Oh, that tells me how old I am. I just did the Land Before Time. Okay, let's get into it. The first way to get reviews for your book is, and it's the most simple, the least, and it's the least time intensive, is to just request a review at the end of your book. Okay, so it's like, so you may have noticed when you've been reading, especially self-published authors, that they have just like a little thing at the end of their book that says, hey, you know, so it'll say something like this. It'll say, thank you for reading my book. And you can have the book's title there. If you like the story, please leave a review. Reviews help authors gain more exposure, which helps new readers to find them faster. So the reason this is such a good audience for you guys is because these are the people who have purchased and finished your book. Okay, so these are the people who are like, I bought it already, I finished it, so I liked it enough to finish it, and now is the perfect time for you to just have a simple little paragraph that says, hey, you want to leave if you liked it, please leave a review. So first, because I can hear people say like, but what if they leave a bad review? I can hear that in my mind. And it's like, well, they might leave a not great review, right? But think of every review that you get as feedback. So every review that you get, good or bad, helps you make your next book even better. So if you think of it like that, as a context, as like free beta readers and they give you a review, right? That's how you can think of it. And so the ones that give you a good review, you'll know, oh, they really loved this, I'm going to keep doing that. And the ones that give you not a great review, it's like, okay, let me see, do I want to change that or not? Or is that just one of those people that have gone on to it, that are just like ranting? Okay. But one thing, before you even get started, you're like, what if they leave a bad review? Make your book as good as possible. So definitely check out Megan's previous training that was how to make readers fall in love with your story, because that will make a difference and give you the best chance that you've got at getting a great review. Okay, so again, you can keep it simple. And here's a couple of examples for keeping it simple. This request at the end of your book. So, thank you for reading this book. If you like the story, please leave a review. Reviews help authors gain more exposure, which help new readers find them easier. Okay, so that's, you're giving them a little bit of a, this is why. The other one is, and this, it depends on your personality, thank you for reading your book. If you like the story, please leave a review. Your reviews are great motivation for me to get the next book out as soon as possible. Ooh, and you just have that at the end of the book. And it used to be that you had to like link to your review page because, you know, because it just ended. And so but you don't, anyways, you don't have to do that anymore, because on Kindle, like Shauna says, Kindle sends you automatically, when somebody finishes a book, it sends them like the next thing they see is leave a review. Do you want to leave a review? And they can pop a review in right there. So you don't have to do that anymore. All you have to do is make the request. You don't have to do any linkage or anything. It's awesome. Okay, so I want to see how this is sitting with y'all. I want to have a question for you. Are you guys leaving reviews yourself for books that you've read on Amazon, that you've purchased and read on Amazon? So how many people out there are reading books right now and leaving reviews for them on Amazon? Give me a yes, I do. Of course I do. I love to support other authors. Or shoot, I could do better than that. And I definitely fall in the, I could probably do a little better at that. Let me know in the comments if you guys are leaving reviews for other people's books. And let me know if that makes sense. And if you have any questions, I'm just going to say this occasionally. Go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll answer them in the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group afterwards. And remember, we will go into this in detail if you join the book launch like a boss boot camp. We will get these done. And now I'm not seeing any comments, right? Oh, wait. Oh, because I got to scroll. Haha, I always leave a review. Thank you, Lori. Dr. Chastity, I'm with you. I could do better because I read a lot. I read a lot of books. Danny says, I'm going to start doing that more often. Sorry, I just didn't scroll. It was scrolling automatically and it stopped. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a take action step, okay? So take action step on this one is super simple. Write your review request right now. Like, save it so it's ready to go. Even if your book isn't done yet, you can just say, thank you for reading, bloop, and put your title in there. And then say, if you like the story, please leave a review. And just have it ready to go. So that way, when you get, you've just done this training, you've got it there. It's the easiest, simplest way to get reviews for your book because you make a simple request. I do like the if you liked it and you want me to keep writing, give me a review. The more you give me, the faster I'm going to write. Tracy says she has hers already. Awesome. So that's the first strategy for getting reviews. And it's probably the most common, and I'm sure you guys know about it. But don't forget to implement it. I'm surprised how many books that I don't see that at the back of. Okay, the second strategy for getting reviews for your book is ARC readers. ARC readers? Oh yeah, my shoulder is funny shaped. Or there's a cat behind me. Okay, an ARC. So what is an ARC? An ARC is an advanced review copy. Okay, so it's the Wikipedia says a free copy of a new book given by a publisher, which in this case is you, to people before the book is actually published. Okay, so that's what an ARC is. And when you give those out, it's after you've finished your revisions, but there might still be typos in there. It's like you haven't done the line by line copy editing. Like you might have a few your things, and people expect that when you give them an ARC copy. So what you're doing when you do, oh, there she is. Okay, so you have these copies and you send them out to people, an advanced review copy with the hope that they will review your book when it comes out. So why are they important? Well, for the price of a PDF copy of your book, which is free, you can get a review on Amazon or whatever place you're launching on. For people that are launching on other places, you send out this advanced copy of your book with the request that they leave a review once it's published. And that's it. It doesn't cost you anything except for time and energy. So how does it work? While you're connecting and befriending your ideal readers, make note of any of those folks who are particularly enthusiastic about your book. Okay, so they'll be like, oh, I can't wait for your book. Then ask them if they'd like an ARC copy of your book in exchange for a review. That's just like when you're out and about. That's one way to get ARC readers. Okay, it's just like if you notice some people you have conversations, you can go ahead and say, hey, do you want an ARC copy in exchange for a review? And most people will say yes because we like getting free books and we like being the first into stuff. It's like, but if they in exchange for a review. So the other thing you can do is in groups in your genre, ask for ARC readers. So send them to a Google form that they can fill out and then choose the best responses to get an ARC copy of your book. And I want to see if I can screen share. I don't know if I can screen share. Let me see. Oh, I don't know if I can screen share darn, I had a whole plan. I'm going to post some pictures, screenshots that I've taken, okay? I'm going to post some screenshots that I've taken in the Blab group, okay? Because I've taken screenshots of other authors' requests, and I'll read it a little bit. So one lady had just barely joined this Facebook group, okay? She'd been in there one day, but she'd contacted the admins, gotten permission, done all her due diligence. And then she made an amazing graphic and said, hey, do you want a chance to review my book for free? I'm developing an ARC team for those who are interested in reviewing my books, starting with, and is the title of her book. All the books will be free to those who review, so just fill out the form at this link and join the group for some fun. I'm opening up 30 spots to start for this book, and will select very carefully, so be aware of that. Also, this is one way she goes, so she gives a little bit of details about the book. Then she has a link to a Google form where you can sign up, where you can apply to be an ARC reader. And you actually have to like fill out and apply. And then she set up a Facebook group for those people who she chose to do it. And then, so the Google form, I will post pictures of the Google form in the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group so that you can see exactly what people are saying. But I remember when she did that, she was having to turn people away. Like she wasn't able to keep all of the, like there were so many people that were applying to get an ARC copy of her book that she had to turn people away. And I was like, dang, that's awesome. Okay, so that's an easy way. Go into these books, go into these Facebook groups and make a great graphic and make it seem really exclusive. Like I'm only choosing this many people. I'm going to look pretty specifically so you can get the best, not just get any reviewers, but get the best reviewers to review your book, which is awesome. Okay, with that in mind, you'll want to have, there's different strategies. You can have tons of ARC readers, and have just dozens and dozens of them, but that's a lot to manage. The other thing you can do is keep it like exclusive. So you're like, this is my special. So you treat them really, really good, your special ARC team. And that way they might consistently, you don't get the review just for one book, but for multiple books. Okay. So then even the next book and the next book, and they just become your ARC readers. So I'm thinking like 30 to 50 is really good for a book because that gives you a ton of reviews. Not everybody's going to do it, but it gives you a ton of, most people will, gives you a ton of reviews, but it still keeps it kind of exclusive and you feel very special. And then what you want to do is 3 to 6 weeks before your publication date. So you want to start finding these people in advance and you want to give them enough time to read your book before it's published. So you don't do this like on the day of, you're doing this a little in advance and you let them, you give them access to your book about 3 to 6 weeks. And this is like some places, publishers are like, give them 6 months. And I'm like, what? No, that's not indie. That's not the way we do it in the indie. But if you can give them like a good, 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to make it easier for them to read the whole book and write up a good review for you. So, and you can give them access to the book. Ask them what's the best way for them to get access. Some people, it might just be a simple PDF. Some people, you might want to give them a copy through, Insta-Freebie or Book Funnels or something like that. Keep in touch with your readers via email. Okay, so you want to have their email. You don't want to just be Facebook messaging them or, because sometimes those get lost. If you aren't friends with them, they might not see your Facebook message. So get their email and remind them of the release date and make sure that you request that they leave a review by a certain date. Okay, don't just like, will you leave me a review and then let it go. I know sometimes it can be scary because the date makes it more real, but it's not any harder than asking them for a review. Like for them, it's the same. The same, yes or no. They can say yes or no because you want them to be able to say yes. Like if you give them a book, like if you were to give them a book today and then say, can you review it by the holidays? You're going to have people that say no because it's too busy. People don't have time to read a book and write a good review. So what you're doing is you're filtering out those people who will say, oh no, I can't do that. And then you don't have to give away a free copy for no reason. And you don't feel like you're giving yourself without getting something back, which can be emotionally challenging. Okay, one thing I want to talk about also, after they review it, after your people review the book, thank them. Be like, thank you so much. Like, be super effusive. like, oh, thank you. Oh, so great, great, great. And for the people that leave a really, really good review, you might want to ask them if they want to permanently be on your ARC team for all your books. Now, the one thing about the ARCs is that you want to follow Amazon's rules. Like, that is a definitely follow it. And there's been some confusion about whether you can give ARC copies out, but yes, you can. I went and did the research, and you absolutely can give out ARC copies of your book. And I actually took Amazon's rules. They have a frequently asked questions for authors about ARCs, and you can find those at allwriterswelcome.com/Amazon review. And that's just a short link that sends you to Amazon's page. So that way you have those rules and you make sure that you can follow them, because the rules might change from when this video happens. So I want to make sure that you guys get you're like doing everything legally and professionally, and you're not going to get dinged for anything. The main points of Amazon's rules are this, just summarizing. You can ask for an honest review, but you can't ask for just only review it if it's positive. Like, only review it if it's good things to say. You can't do that. You can ask for an honest review and then do your darndest to make sure it's a dang good book, and do your darndest to make sure that you get the right people reviewing it. Because if you're like, hey, can you review my book? And you've written a dragon fantasy and that person only reads self-help, you may not get the review you want. So make sure the control that you have is over who you're asking and the quality of the book. That's where you've got the control. You don't have control over the review, okay? So just be like, I'm putting this out there, crossing my fingers. The other thing is, you cannot pay or compensate for reviews. So don't buy people's reviews. Don't be like, I'll get you some cookies if you review my book. or anything that could be construed like, everybody that reviews my book gets a bookmark. You can't do that. You can't compensate or pay in any way for your reviews. The other thing to make sure that you follow along with, in the Amazon, is that the reviewers should announce that they've received a free copy of the book in exchange for an honest review. So those are kind of the main points of Amazon's rules, but definitely check them out before you go, or before you actually, do this, because because you want to make sure you're doing it. So again, there's a short link. It's shorter than Amazon's link. Let me tell you this. Okay. It's at allwriterswelcome.com/Amazon review. Okay. And that's where you find those rules. Okay, you guys, is this making sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Like, let me go back to your comments. See less. Let me scroll. Do you guys have any? If you have any questions, put them in here. Megan's gonna grab them. And I have a question for you now. Which author would you love to be an ARC reader for? Okay, who is somebody that you're like, please send me your book and I promise to leave a good review? You can't say that, but in your heart that you would be like, I love this author. I love everything they write. Who would you love to be an ARC reader for? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. Yeah. Megan's going to be taking if you have questions, I'm just reminding myself, you have questions, Megan will copy them and put them in and save them for me so I can answer them in the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group afterwards. Let's see, scrolling for, Brene Brown. I have a girl crush on Brene. Nora Roberts. Lori, I thought you maybe already were an ARC reader for Nora Roberts. These are great, you guys. Christina Lawrence. Ooh, lovely. Sandra Brown. I know, right? Sandra Brown is, I grew up on Sandra Brown. I was like, her books are hot. Donna Thorland and Christopher Paolini. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, these are great, you guys. So the way that you feel about your favorite authors could be the way that your ARC readers feel about you. They could just love the way that you write and love your stories and be like, I'm dying to get copies of a book, please. Okay, so your take action step is, the take action step for the ARC readers is write down at least 3 people that you know personally who are in your genre, excuse me, who could be possible ARC readers. Okay, so it could be people from these groups. It doesn't have to be that you know them face to face, but write down 3 people who could be possible ARC readers for you, because you probably know somebody who likes your genre. You probably know someone who likes your genre. Hold on. And would love to get a copy of your book in advance for free and be able to read it for you and leave a review. Sorry, you guys, excuse me. Okay, the other thing which I think, to kind of, we could get you started on this for meeting more ARC readers is to do the things that in the baby book launch 5-day marketing challenge. Okay, so those are like the back end strategy on how to meet people online, how to meet your ideal readers. Is we talked about that some before. I'm talking about it all the time because it's one of the most important things of marketing is finding your ideal readers. But you can practice that with the 5-day baby book launch marketing challenge. And you can sign up for that at allwriterswelcome.com/launch. Okay, so that's where, if you haven't already joined the challenge, you can join it there, and it will take you through, and it starts small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, of how to meet your ideal readers. And those are the people that could potentially be your ARC readers. Okay? We're going to go over the ARC readers in detail in the book Launch Like a Boss bootcamp. We're going to have you so that you make your Google form, so that you make your graphics, so that you have everything you need to request ARC readers in the best way so you can get the best reviews for your book and have people super excited about it. They're like, I can't wait to get the ARC copy so I can leave a review. Okay. The third strategy. So the first one we had is just ask them at the end of the book. The second one we've talked about is ARC readers. And this third one is I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but I was like, magic. It's find and contact top reviewers on Amazon. So these are the people that are already leaving reviews on things. So this is how you do it. Okay, make a list of the books that your readers would love. So have a list, 5, 10, it's up to you how many you want to do, but have a list of the people of books that are similar to your book. Okay, so if you write, self-help, Brene Brown, if you have a book that's similar to Brene Brown's, go to Brene Brown's book for Living Greatly, Daring Greatly, look at the top reviewers, click on them. Okay, so this is what you do. You look at the top reviews and you click see all reviews. This is the step-by-step, okay? See all reviews and then sort by top rated. So the top rated ones are the ones that have had a lot of people click, I found this review useful, okay? Then go click on a reviewer's name, okay? Go to the review and click on the reviewer's name and look to see if their email is listed. And some people will have it listed, some of them won't. But if it is listed, it's because they are open to receiving emails. Copy their email address and note it down, and make sure you note which book they reviewed. So you should have a list. You should have a list of all the books that are similar to yours, and then note the email for the reviewer under or along with the book that you got the review from, because later you're going to send them an email right? And it's going to be something like, it should be less than 5 sentences. And it's going to be something like, hi, my name is such and such. And I read a review of this for this book. Okay. And bring up one part of their review in this email to show that you actually read the review. Okay. Then tell them why you're reaching out to them. Like, I wrote a similar book. You'll probably enjoy reading. This is all in this email. And then request, say, I'd be happy to send you a free copy of my book in exchange for an honest review. An honest review is the key. You can't ask for good reviews. So simple, go find some top reviewers. And you know how Amazon has like the titles, the like top reviewer, like thumbs up. Those people that's what they do, is review. They love reviewing, and they would, I'm sure, love to get some books in exchange for a review, because this is what they like to do anyways. They're probably in those groups. So, okay, after they say yes, or if they say yes, go ahead and send them a free copy with a time frame. That's another key. You have to have a time frame, but be reasonable. Okay. So these people, you're actually straight up making a request to them. They aren't making a request to you. So give them, time. Give them 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. But do put a time on there. Say, I need this review by X date. And then follow up. Follow up and remind them. And then after they leave a review, be appreciative. Be like, thank you so much. Thank you. And ask them if they'd like to be on your review team. That's the process. So let me quickly go through that again. Find books that are similar to yours. Click on all reviews and sort them by top rated. And then click on the reviewer's name to see if they have an email address. If they do, write them a short email requesting that they can review your book, and make it personal. Don't just copy and paste, because people can tell and you're making a request, and it feels much better for them to say yes to somebody when it feels like you're just doing it right for them. Okay, so does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? If you like it, if that makes sense, you guys, let me know if you're getting if that makes sense to you. And this is what I felt like. This is what, after I found that strategy, I was like, and I'm asking you guys, who heard that strategy and was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. It's ridiculous that I didn't even think of that myself. Yep. No fun at all. Tracy, you're keeping me in the land before time. Come on, let's go. Okay, sorry. Tangent. And if you have any questions, again, you guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Okay, it makes sense. I know, it makes so much sense. Okay. Your take action for this one is to make a list of books your readers would love. Okay, and this is, so you can make that list right now without making any requests, without having your book done. You can just keep an eye out and then add to your list as you find more books. So that way you can find those reviewers easy peasy when the time comes. Oh, kitty number 2. Did you guys know I'm a cat lady? Okay. Bonus strategy, and it doesn't get you reviews. Like, it's not like step by step, here's the cause, I'm sorry, I sat back for a second. It doesn't get you like, here's the cause, you do this, and here's the effect, you get a review. But it does put your good mojo out there. And I've kind of been mentioning it recently. I just want to emphasize, reading other self-published authors, people like yourself, read their books, especially in your genre, because that gives you, there's follow-up strategies you can do, and write reviews, okay? Because that, if you're going to be a self-published author and you want reviews, what goes around comes around. Do unto others as you would like to have done unto you. The golden rule, treat others like you would like to be treated. All these things are, there's so many like cliches about them because they are partially true. You get good energy, plus there are actual strategic action steps you can take if you are doing so. Like you can use them for your blogs, you can use them for your Facebook, you can use them and reach out and connect. So there's good beyond just the woo-woo part. There's good strategies. But I wanted to quickly, because we're talking about Amazon reviews, give you like a mini formula for how to leave a good review. Okay, so if you guys, because it's tricky. You're like, I did like it, but what do I say? What do I say? I like this book so much, but do I just say it's great? Because that's not like a great, that's not quality. So here's what you can do. First, anything is better than nothing. So keep that in mind. If you're in a hurry and you're like, oh, I don't have time to leave a long one, anything is better than nothing. But if you do have time, here is a short framework for leaving a good review. 1, do a brief summary of the story. So that would start out with, this book was about da 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 da. Okay, and you can just do a couple of sentences. Don't give away spoilers, but you can be like, this book was about this lady who was da da da. I'm terrible at my examples. Da 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 is my example, but you know what I mean. So do a brief summary of the story, then comment on at least 3 of the following topics related to the story. So this is where you're getting you're going from big to narrower. Okay. So some of the topics that you can comment on are the main character, the world building, the writing style, the editing and grammar. I recommend you being like, oh, I didn't notice any typos or what have you. Okay. The pacing of the book. So pacing, you can comment on that. You can comment on the storyline or plot, or you can comment on the dialogue. But this just gives you, like, if you comment on 3 of those, it gives them some feedback that they can use, and it gives feedback that people find interesting. They're like, oh, it wasn't just great, it had great world building. So comment on at least 3 of those things: main character, world building, writing style, editing or grammar, pacing, storyline and plot, or dialogue. And that gives you something to write about. And if you write about 3 of those things and say, oh, I love the main character, she was so strong and sassy, and the world was amazing, that gives them specifics, and it gives the people who are reading the reviews specifics. The third thing you can say is share how the story impacted you personally. So it could be like, this story had me laughing out loud, or this story made me want to take a trip to Spain, or this story Okay, so that's the third thing, is share how it impacted you. And then you have an optional gush. I like the optional gush because it's like, if you really loved it, you can be like, and I loved it, blah, 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 like go on and on about it. The next thing is, would you recommend this book or read more by the author? So you can always just say, I would recommend this book to anybody. I would highly recommend this book to people who Or you can say, I am definitely reading everything this author has to write. And then the final thing to say is to give them something quotable. Okay. And this is what I really, really like, because this is top level giving, like you would like to receive. Give them something quotable that they can put on their summary or on the next book cover. So that would say, if you like books about X, Y, and Z character, things, and you say, like, if you like books about dragons and sexy guys and with strong female characters, you will love this book. That's quotable. It's off the top of my head, so I know you can come up with better, but that's something they can put on, in their description or in they can promote with that book. It's a testimonial with that quote. Or if you say, if you like books by Tamara Pierce and Suzanne Collins, then you will love this book. Give them some framework, and that's quotable. So give them a quotable. Okay, and then share your review on social media, tag the author, and make a new friend. Those are bonus steps. Okay, thank you guys for hanging with me for that. But I will post the review formula in the Book Launch Like a Boss group so that you guys can see that. And if you want to have that, then you can just keep that for your reviews when you're reviewing other authors, because those are going to be some awesome reviews for you. Okay, so I'm going to talk briefly about the Book Launch Like a Boss bootcamp, because that's where we're going to take the things that we're doing now, but do them in a boot camp, so that it's not just like, I know how to do this, but I haven't done it yet, or I don't know what I don't know how to move forward on this actually, or I'm having some trouble. I have a little question about this. You don't have to worry, because we are going to cover that in the boot camp. So in the boot camp, you will get examples. So you will have the examples of exactly how to make requests for ARC readers. You will know exactly where to find them. You will have examples of great book reviews. You will have examples so you will get all that. You'll have checklists with step-by-step instructions for applying these strategies. So you're working smarter, not harder. Make it easy on ourselves. We'll walk you through the technology on the calls, okay? So you don't have to figure it out for yourself. We're going to cover these topics, the ones that we just did today about how to request a review at the end of your book, how to do ARC readers, and how to find and contact reviews on Amazon. That's what we're going to cover, but not just cover, do. And you guys will be able to, ask us, because we're all there, things about your specific situation. So maybe you have some kind of caveat that you're like, but what about this? That's where you'll get to ask us in person, and we'll actually take action and do it, because we're going to be doing the strategy plus action sessions. We're going to call them Sassy Sessions. We're going to call them Sassy. Sassy. I don't know. Sassy. That's what we're calling them. Okay. You'll get targeted feedback about your ARC requests, and your emails that you're going to send them, send to the top reviewers. You're going to get targeted feedback from Megan and I on all of those things. And this is just one component. Like, all that I'm talking about for the ARC is just one component of the 8-week program. Okay. It's an 8-week program. We do a session once a week, and it'll be in addition to this ARC thing, getting reviews, in addition to the getting Amazon reviews, you're also going to get hands-on training for how to conquer your book description, rocking your newsletter, finding your ideal reader and getting them on your email list, making readers fall in love with your story, and connecting with other authors, and building a launch team. So it's like it is not a joke. It is not for anybody who's casual about it. This is for people who are ready to launch their book and get it out there and start making money in 2018 as an author. So you're going to get personalized feedback about your story, your launch plan. You're going to get resources and checklists that tell you exactly how to move forward. And it starts in the second week of January. We are actually doing a live webinar tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow, the 21st, about the boot camp. So if you guys want to find out more about the Book Launch Like a Boss boot camp, the 8-week course, go ahead and sign up at allwriterswelcome.com/blab. So BLLAB. Okay. And I'm going to link that in the comments, or maybe Megan can link it in the comments. It's just BLLAB. Boop, boop, boop. That's where you can sign up to find out more about the 8-week training, find out if it's a good fit for you, and find out exactly what you will get in it. Okay. So we're really excited to do that. We're really, really, really excited to do that live webinar tomorrow about the 8-week program, going through everything that will be available in there, including what we've just done today, how to get Amazon reviews, and doing them in the Sassy session, in the in the strategy plus action session, because you will walk away with everything completed. You won't have to do it on your own. That's the part that we're most excited about. Doing it with a bunch of people who are doing the same thing as you, rocking it. Okay. If you have any questions, again, I am going to take a little mini break here, maybe get a little sip of water, get a sip of tea, and rest my voice for a couple minutes. And then I'm going straight over to the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group to answer the live questions that you guys have asked and the questions that people asked. But that's where I'm going to go into the Book Launch Like a Boss group. And that's where all of those questions will be answered. So if you haven't joined that group yet, and you have some questions that you asked, pop on over, join the group. Megan's put the link in the comments a few times. So just click and join. We'll get you added. And that gives us a couple minutes to add everybody so that your questions for sure get answered. And I will see you in a few minutes. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.